Hey all, SMK Gaming here with the beginnings of a brand new myth-busting series on the channel. This series is sure to get people talking across the Battlefield community. I will not only be comparing controversial differences between what PC and controller players experience when playing Battlefield 2042, no, that's far too simplistic a way of putting it. This will be far more than comparing the two platforms. What I will be investigating are those urban myths within gaming and first-person shooter games, the stories you tell one another, or the things players scream about in the heat of the moment when some other dude is teabagging them in the face. Ever heard the story about controller players having reduced recoil and developers want it this way so they're staying competitive against PC players? Often told by a PC player? Where's the truth in this? Or is it simply hearsay or Chinese whispers that have been passed down through the years, so much so that they've lost their original intent? Well, in this series, I'm going to either debunk these tall tales entirely, or prove them to be true. If a statement is surely found to be true, or even have some truth to it, then I'll delve deeper into it. How does it actually influence those playing with, or against it? Now this won't be a one-sided affair here, folks. Ever heard the tall tale that PC players are capable of superior and faster movement? Of course you have, often told by some disgruntled controller user whose number of smash controllers would rival the Hulk's. Is it really true, or is it simply an excuse yelled in anger, something that makes them feel better for their own feelings? Or maybe, just maybe, the unthinkable may occur, and that seemingly rambling controller player was right all along. All these things will be fully answered and explained in this series, but none of what I just mentioned here is in today's video, folks. We've got to open up with a real cracker, something that creates a real buzz. Are you ready for it? Now, if you were paying attention at the start of the video, you should already know what it is, so this suspense is entirely pointless, but here goes. Have you ever heard the statement that Aim Assist helps controller players control recoil? Yes, many PC players believe this, so much so that it is generally accepted to be true amongst them. In fact, I actually believe it myself, and I am a controller player. But let's see if it's true, folks. To properly test out such a statement, here's Sparky, our myth-busting bot. Sparky may take different forms throughout this series and have a bit of a facelift from video to video, but they will be by my side throughout this journey. So where could the origins of this belief first begin? We'll take a look at this. As I move my aim up and down on Sparky and then move off target and repeat, for the same amount of movement on the sticks, you can visually see there is less movement on Sparky compared to off them. This is happening because the slowdown aim assist is slowing down the crosshair movement. What I've shown here could give credibility to the claims made by PC players that Aim Assist reduces recoil when firing. When properly testing this here out, we need to protect Sparky from dying. A dead Sparky means no Aim Assist. I've reduced the damage modifiers in a custom server so that he can take plenty of bullets. If I didn't do this, then he would die after only a few bullets, and the chance to see any influence Aim Assist might have on reducing recoil would be gone. All Aim Assist settings except for snap aim have been set to 100%. I chose this specific spot on this map as I can push my left stick forward against the barrier, ensuring I not only get the slowdown aim assist, but the sticky tracking aim assist too. To the left of the screen are the recoil patterns being made with no influence from aim assist. This is our control grip. To the right, here we have Sparky taking an absolute pounding, but he's holding up well. He'll need to because he's in for a rough ride these coming months. As I am firing and recoiling upwards, if there is any influence in aim assist reducing recoil and slowing down the rate of recoil, this will be evident in the recoil patterns forming. So let's take a look at the final results. I did the exact same thing 3 times and it was the same result each time. Absolutely no difference in recoil patterns between no aim assist and when aim assist was present via Sparky. But before I say myth busted, maybe I need to be controlling the recoil myself to see any reduction in recoil via aim assist. Remember, the movement on and off Sparky I showed previously, I was putting input into the right stick. I was doing the aiming. In the test just showing, I was simply firing and letting the weapon do what it wanted. So let's do the exact same thing once again, except I control the recoil as best I can and then compare the spread patterns. Ready, Sparky? I will be doing 6 spread patterns in total for both once again. Aiming at where the line along the panel is for all, and then when I begin firing, trying to maintain my aim on this line. When I was done, this is what I got. Some are better than others on both sides, but when looked at as a whole, there is no difference. Here are 2 examples of the types of differences we should be seeing if aim assist was affecting the recoil in Battlefield 2042. On the top one here, in the control, you should see more random and larger spread patterns compared to the aim assist ones, or Those spread patterns would be above that central line where I was aiming at, so the control group would be recoiling more upwards before I gain control of it, compared to the Aim Assist where I'm able to stay on that central line a little bit easier. Are we seeing any of this in the control group as well as the Aim Assist group in the test I just performed? No, we are not. The statement Aim Assist helps controller players control recoil is well and truly busted, folks. But before finishing, let me add something that a developer told me in October 2022 when I was sharing my feelings with Aim Assist with him. It was in relation to this here tweet. He said to me in private messages, Aim Assist code applies slowdown over the target, thus you have to pull the stick way more to produce the same motion to fight recoil. He goes on to further say, I recently implemented a system for Aim Assist slowdown to skip the recoil compensation, but it is not live in the game yet. This feature came in the Season 2 update. At the time I didn't think too much on that part, as I was mainly concerned with the bigger issue, that being the fact that players were not able to get on target as Aim Assist repelled your aim. But looking back at it now, it does seem that Aim Assist at one point may have helped recoil control in Battlefield 2042. This is until they implemented a system where when firing your weapon and pulling on the stick, recoil was no longer affected by Aim Assist, as the Aim Assist slowdown now skipped via this recoil compensation. Compensation refers to what we as players do when firing. We compensate by pulling down on the stick to control the recoil. This feature was implemented to help players get on target whenever firing their weapon a little bit too early, but the negative of that is it probably no longer helps with recoil control. So the feature still gives you finer control on a target by minimising your movement, as I demonstrated earlier on in the video, but when firing your weapon you still have to pull down just as hard on target as you would have to do off target as well. I hope that both Sparky here and myself have cleared up this statement that Aim Assist reduces recoil. Maybe in the past, but not now. But look, I am always up for challenges to my results and method of testing. Do you think I could have done something else or more? Do you still believe it is affected by Aim Assist? Let me know in the comments section below, folks. I'm happy to be challenged on this. Just keep it respectful though. I have a whole series of myth busting and console versus PC videos planned, but I want your urban myths too. What do you hear a little too often that you think needs looked at? What do you want me to test out? Both PC and controller statements are welcomed. Thank you for watching. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed, and of course sub the channel if you want to be kept updated. Seeing that public sub icon next to your name in the comment section means you are far more likely to have your idea chosen. Take care folks, and I'll see you again in the next one.